Welcome to MME Takeover by the Kingdom of Nerds.
Hey.
Yay! Max is out of town. We're taking over.
Damn right.
I don't know about this, guys.
Hey,
The Grasty's here. What?
What's going on, bro?
I don't know, man.
I might be getting a text message. What's the Grasty doing there?
We're taking over.
We're taking over. We're taking over the channel.
He's out at the lake. It's not my problem.
Yeah.
As still channel co-owner of Movie Madness and Entertainment. I'll allow
it. I spoke to him earlier. He said he might pop in at some point, maybe if he has reception at the lake or whatever he's doing, or eating McDonald's. I don't know.
I've been there.
So I've been fighting that urge for a few days, man. I don't know. I've wanted some chicken nuggies pretty bad.
Not that I want chicken nuggets so much.
Chicken nuggets. I haven't had chicken nuggets in so long, actually.
I don't know. I think it just sometimes I just want to like smash a 20-piece with some sweet and sour sauce and just call it a day.
That is good. You have to avoid their barbecue sauce, though. It's like the one thing at McDonald's I can't do. But breakfast, oh man, I'm there all day. Like I love the breakfast there.
Actually, like Wendy's breakfast better than McDonald's breakfast.
Dude,
now.
When they brought,
I don't think I've ever had Wendy's breakfast.
Wendy's breakfast is awesome. The Baconator,
it's
amazing.
It's not that bad. Their eggs suck. McDonald's uses real eggs for that kind of stuff.
I don't know, man. We have Bojangles down here, and Bojangles has a pork chop biscuit on their breakfast menu.
Pork chop biscuit.
It
is now.
It's like a thin slice, like a. I don't want to say it's like a center cut chop or anything, but it's they're thin, you know. And dude, I'm telling you, man.
Wow.
You ever had like pork belly?
Yeah.
No.
Like seared pork belly. It's like that, but better.
Like chicharron almost.
I just like pure pork fat.
That sounds amazing.
Hey, Ray, if you want on the show, come on.
Oh man.
Anyone wants on, if they're approved by Brian, they can come on.
What's your topic this evening?
We're gonna talk about how Lilo and Stitch. We're gonna talk about Mission Impossible. We're gonna talk about this false narrative about Riri Williams and Ironheart. A couple things we could talk about. You know, because it seems that Riri Williams is getting a bad rap. People just can't wrap their heads around that she is not the mantle holder for Iron Man. She's a totally independent character, totally different background, her own villains, her own storyline. You know, she's not here to replace Iron Man. That would be War Machine, damn it. You know,
we don't see very much of him to begin with.
Huh?
I mean, yeah, he was in the Secret Wars, but that's about it.
They've kind of squandered Rhodey.
There's so much.
Like if I were Don Cheadle, I would probably walk, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, I mean they had him kind of a little bit, and then after Civil War, it was just he was done.
Yeah,
I mean he spent 2 years. He had an executive producer credit on Armor Wars. He spent 2+ years. There was a lot of pre-production and planning and scheduling and stuff done for that movie, and it just all got tossed in the fucking fire.
I forgot about that. They were gonna have a full.
It was a show, then it was a movie, then it was a show, then it was a movie. It shared offices in Atlanta with Blade. They were gonna kind of do them both at the same time and share resources, and
that all went to crap.
Fred on both of them.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. If they had anyone besides Captain Marvel to pick up the mantle of leader of the Avengers. It should have been her or Rhodey, but they they've done nothing with Rhodey. The last time we saw him was in what, Secret Wars?
Well, they haven't done anything with the Avengers, man, since Endgame.
Yeah, this
Secret Invasion was Secret Invasion the last thing Rhodey was in.
yeah, I think so. And even then, I don't know. I don't know what they were going for with that show.
Yeah,
It,
kind
it
of fell
was
apart.
yeah, it was just like
Read the scripts. The scripts are great. The show is not what I read.
Yeah, see?
So we got this from Ryan Coogler. They asked him about Riri Williams being taking the mantle up of Iron Man. Riri was obviously influenced by Tony Stark, inspired by him, but is also very different in doing her own thing. That comes from publishing. It was very quickly realized that she was her own character in her own lane. There's a difference between Riri maybe a Captain America Black Panther, where a mantle is being passed. This is a character who was obviously influenced by Tony Stark and inspired by him, but she is also very different in doing her own thing. She is not meant to take over the mantle of Iron Man. She is her own character, inspired. Just like Batgirl was inspired by Batman to take up the mantle as Batgirl.
I know the comics we're not supposed to, when we're talking about adaptations of comic books, that it's often frowned upon to talk about the comic books.
Not on my show.
Okay, so the creators of Riri Williams, Brian Michael Bendis and Mike Deodato, have had to fight and fight and fight. Well, Bendis is getting his cut. Deodato is not.
They just they released a statement that Deodato, they have worked out something with Deodato.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah. I was shocked. I know he went on social media. He went on social media and like blasted them.
Oh, shocked about them making a deal, or shocked about him being pissed? I'm not shocked about him being pissed. I would be pissed too.
No, I'm shocked. I was shocked about them making a deal.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was,
I think after the whole thing with Liefeld, and then I forgot another artist went on social media and blasted Marvel for their practices of royalties. I maybe they learned their lesson. Who knows?
I think they're about to. You know how when at some point they gave, for lack of a better term, control of publishing to Kevin Feige.
Yeah,
you know how it's all like one company now with different divisions. I think that's going to change very soon. I don't know. We'll see what happens Tuesday. I think comics are going to get rocked on Tuesday.
Oh, what's happening Tuesday?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Does that have something to do with the whole diamond thing?
No, Mark Millar's been teasing.
Oh yes,
some stuff that
he might be back at DC and Marvel.
Oh no, he's back at DC and Marvel. It's just a question of. So you've heard me talk about him coming back to Superman Forever.
Yeah.
Then you've heard me talk in the last few months about next year being the 20th anniversary of Civil War, and them coming back around and having Civil War 3.
Yeah.
And then that coupled with these DC and Marvel crossovers that are happening late this year, early next year, whenever that shakes out. And every day for the last, where are we at? We're on day. So Thursday, he posted a Superman triangle shield with a 5 in it. And then Friday, he posted the Fantastic Four symbol. And then yesterday, he posted a 3 with a bat symbol and Gotham City silhouette in it. We'll see what he posts tonight or tomorrow and Monday. So Tuesday is the day. See, he's not technically not supposed to be working on anything outside of his creator-owned stuff. Well, his quote creator-owned.
Actually,
unquote.
let me bring that up. Here we go. Here's the Superman symbol with the 5. And then we have Fantastic Four. Then he has Gotham 3. Wait, what's in that 4? Just the regular 4, right? And then
and he's in Scotland, so he's going to be posting stuff.
who the hell
Or
is this?
it's like it's tomorrow there already.
Yeah. Oh, this I actually like this. The 5 with. Are we gonna have Superman join the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, who knows? I guess if I'm going to pick somebody to write like a big DC Marvel crossover event, I would probably I can't really think of anybody else that would do it. But I know Grant Morrison's going back to DC, and Mark Millar's going back to both of them.
Yeah, Grant Morrison's coming back to do Batman.
But there's no love lost between those two gentlemen.
I know that.
No, yeah, Mark Millar was Grant Morrison's ghostwriter, and vice versa. But Morrison gave Millar his big break and put him on stuff. And when Millar took over the Authority and he couldn't deliver, and then they had all those editorial changes and stuff, and they had to break Millar's story and tell another story to fill those solicitations and to fill those orders. It got really messy. But anyway, Mark Millar didn't write those issues of the Authority. Grant Morrison did. So
really, I didn't know that.
It goes back. Yeah, it goes back and forth with them through the better part of the 90s and the early 2000s.
Oh.
But they don't like each other anymore. I think they have an amiable relationship, but they're not friends. Like, they don't share pints or anything like that anymore. But anyway,
Jalen, is it me or does DC have better comics runs right now? They do. For the last couple of years,
just you.
DC has had better writers and better story arcs in the last couple of years than Marvel. They shit the bed with that whole Bloodline crossover, and their Doom, One World Under Doom they got going on right now is like a 80-issue crossover or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's hilarious. Here we go. Mission Impossible 8 Final Reckoning was good, but would have been great if they cut 30 minutes from the runtime.
They could have cut 90 minutes from the runtime.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it the other day. I don't fall asleep in movies, but I sure as fuck did in that one.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
That bodes well.
What is this?
Oh, it was a slog, man.
Damn it, dude. It's kind of how it was when I saw Indiana Jones. I kept falling asleep.
Yeah, and I was like super cheesed because I'm a big Brian De Palma guy, and I knew some stuff was coming around, and it wasn't what I expected, and that was my own fault for having unrealistic expectations.
That's all right, man. It happens.
But it's a movie. Tom's getting a little crusty, man. I hate to say it, because what other movie stars has carried a multi-billion-dollar franchise for 3 decades?
Yeah,
and managed to have do other shit in between.
Yeah, very active
and seem less crazy as he gets older. So.
True. Well, not only that, just what he's done for the industry in general. I mean, Tom Cruise.
So this movie he's making with the Birdman Revenant guy is supposed to be like straight up slapstick comedy. So that should be interesting. We know he's funny. We know he can do comedy. Les Grossman's one of the funniest fucking things.
That's one of the funniest parts of the whole movie.
I mean, just still, I can just watch the Les Grossman shit. I don't need the rest of the movie.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then actually we have some words from Elizabeth Olsen. She says she will not appear in upcoming Avengers movies. I'm moving on to filming a pilot for FX. Do we believe her?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're not in a rush to give her own movie anytime soon, yes.
Yeah, I don't think she's getting anything of her own anytime soon.
Yeah, do we? I don't know.
I think that ship has sailed. I know that was always in the plan, but I believe that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
You know, and if she's not in any of the Avengers movies, she's such a big part of the MCU for the last decade. That'd be a shame, actually.
I mean, yes and no. Like, okay, Civil War, and the Endgame, and Infinity War. That's pretty much all she was really in. Like,
Yeah, but they've been building up with Agatha, then Vision, to something with her, because eventually the kids have to search for her and look for her.
They'll bring her back on TV, maybe, which is fine.
Yeah, Wanda was there all along or something.
Well, if what I believe is the case, yeah, maybe, yeah, she's lying. She's definitely, she's too important.
Yeah,
she's way too important to what's coming. And I don't know. I think after Fantastic Four in July, it'll probably be pretty clear what's coming.
Yeah, because this
she's
summer,
kind of okay, so remember the Age of Apocalypse comics? What led to that timeline? Was it, I can't remember, because see, that's where I get House of M and Age of Ultron.
Yeah, because House of M was her saying no more mutants.
No more mutants, and then they just all disappeared.
Yes.
Except for what, like 100 and some odd of them, right?
Some odd mutants or whatever.
Yeah, there was like some arbitrary number, and they were like all of the least powerful ones or some bullshit like that, whatever. You know how retcons and stuff go. It's not like it's the same now as it was when it happened. But then what caused the Age of Ultron timeline? It had something to do with Wolverine, didn't it?
Age of Ultron, Age of Apocalypse.
No, Age of Ultron, the Age of Ultron comics. That was its own timeline, and it wasn't anything like the movie. But something led to. Here, let me get my phone.
Yeah, because I don't remember, because I don't remember if I even read freaking Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron comic.
What caused Age of Ultron?
I liked it. I remember reading it. 2013. Story takes place on two different Earths. The alternate Earth where Ultron annihilated humanity is referred to as Earth 61112, and the alternate reality where Morgan Le Fay took over half the world is referred to as Earth 26111. Oh, there was a sequel. I missed that.
It was a sequel?
Yeah. Cataclysm, Cataclysm, The Ultimate's Last Stand. Oh, so yeah, that's weird.
At that point, I have really stopped reading a whole bunch of Marvel.
That was when they introduced Angela. Was in Age of Ultron. That's when they brought Angela.
Oh, Angela from Spawn.
Yeah.
Well,
they've really done a whole lot with her, haven't they?
Oh, after that long court battle, you would think she would have had her own series, been leading the Avengers or something.
Yeah, there was supposed to be new Miracle Man too, and that's all that shit's just kind of just out there dead. There
was so much going on with Miracle Man, them reprinting the old stories, and it just
and then Gaiman and Buckingham came back to finish the Silver Age. and then there was plans to go, because the deal with Miracle Man was after when Eclipse was publishing it. So Alan Moore, they brought it over here. They reprinted it. Alan Moore and all of his artists, John Tolliver, Gary Leach, those guys finished it, and then Gaiman and Buckingham came on. And the idea was that they were going to ownership rights would pass between each creative team. Well, then McFarlane buys Eclipse. When Eclipse liquidates, he thinks he owns the character. Other people think they own the character. There's all that bullshit, right?
Yep.
And I had a point.
When you're done making your point, you can start.
Yes, when I'm done making my point, I will start the grill.
I don't know. You keep
Hey,
saying
Belton.
Miracle Man. It reminds me of that song from Ozzy's "No Rest for the Wicked."
You know,
Miracle
Dr.
Man.
Fate.
Bang.
Yeah, because in the UK, Miracle Man was called Marvel Man. So when they brought him to the States in the 80s, they could not call him that. So yeah, what happened was when Gaiman and McFarlane went to court, Marvel paid all of Gaiman's legal fees and made it feasible financially for him to get the character back, and then he just kind of gifted it to Marvel. So I don't know. Anyway,
but we got this. We our favorite cape flying superhero has a rating. The new Superman movie has received a rating of PG-13. God,
clutch your pearls.
Stars.
Clutch your pearls, everyone. Somebody might make a dick joke.
Oh God.
Not PG-13.
I could see it now. Yeah. I could see the jokey jokes taken form.
There's not. I don't think there's any poo-poo pee-pee jokes.
Oh, no jokey jokes? Come on.
No jokey jokes, but I'm pretty sure somebody probably makes a crack about his package or something. I don't know.
All right. We're going to take a look at the score. The ratings the other Superman movies received.
Speech full of dicks. I am not.
This might leave you speechless to know that Superman 1 through 4 had a PG-13, a PG rating. Superman Returns had a PG-13 rating. Man of Steel had a PG-13 rating. BVS had a PG-13, and Ultimate Edition had an R rating. Surprise!
Yeah, that's the one that.
Yeah. So this Superman is going to get the same PG-13 rating every other Superman has gotten since Return. That's pretty much it. You know, you can push PG-13 pretty far when it comes to what you can get away with in a film.
Well, especially if it's sci-fi action. That's like a whole thing.
King, what's going on, buddy? No way it wasn't getting that rating. I don't know. Some people thought it was going to be G for family friendly because of crypto.
The fuck?
No, it's going to be rainbows and butterflies and unicorns.
God.
And dick jokes somehow.
All I'm saying is it doesn't take very much to go from like the color graded blahness of it all.
Oh, this will be the new outrage for the week.
I'm back and better than ever.
Did you start the grill?
Yes, I started the grill. We switched up our meat cuts tonight. She can't mess this up, so we're good.
Okay, good. so like I was saying, we've had from the moment this film was announced, we've had this movie's gonna be jokey. Nobody wants crypto. Why are they using a cape? Why is he wearing underwear? His eyes are crossed. What else did we get? Oh, why is he laying there all beat up and battered? He looks weak. These are from the same people that said Superman's too overpowered and boring. What?
It's pigeon chess, man. It's
it really is.
Whatever it is today, it won't be tomorrow, and that will be the thing. The thing they're mad at today won't be there tomorrow, and they'll be mad that it's not there. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
they'll get
just
mad because it's not in the movie.
yeah, like they're mad that it's in the movie. Tomorrow they'll be mad that it's not in the movie.
Oh, like with the
It's this where you like it's not impossible to hold two separate and distinct ideals in your head at the same time and attempt to reconcile them. It happens all the time.
Right.
But there's a lot of things that just can't be both. And this feels like one of those things where it just doesn't matter. It's not going to matter to a large number of comic book fans, comic book movie fans, Superman comic fans, Superman TV, whatever. All your fandoms that are converging on this film. There's a segment of them that it doesn't matter how good it is or how bad it is. It's just always going to be sand in their eye. And I don't get it.
I don't know. I've never, ever since I've come into this whole movie talk discussion side of YouTube or whatever you want to call it, it's the constant wanting stuff to fail and not giving things a chance, or just putting it down before it even releases a trailer nowadays.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean everybody needs something to talk about, and nobody really wants to talk about the things. And this is everyday real life shit too. You see it in whatever you do during your day. Nobody wants to talk about the things that they like, the things that they're happy about. Most people want to piss and moan and complain and blame everyone else for whatever awful shit's going on in their lives. And if it means that I'm going to shit on a movie because
it makes me
the
feel
guy is because the guy that I like isn't playing him and they promised us, and it's like, man, I don't know where you've been or what planet you've been operating on for your life, but Jesus Christ, it's just a movie.
And that's kind of where, like, that's one of the main reasons why I just had to step away, because it's just like, guys, this at the end of the day, it's a goddamn movie.
Yeah, and I'm not attacking anyone individually, specifically, personally. I'm just saying from the online discourse around these things.
No,
There's no.
I tried to say that the other night. It's like you can't change a lot of what happens to you, but you can change how you react to that. And it's like, I think a lot of us can
precisely
stand to kind of just scroll on. Who cares? If something pisses you off, just
well, my favorite people are the ones that go from stream to stream to stream to chat to chat to chat to prove how much they're into this movie, just so they can shit on it later when it comes out. I'm just saying.
That's not me, man. I'm not gonna shit on. Have I shit on Smallville in the past? Yes, and here's how I shit on Smallville. I didn't watch Smallville because I knew how it ended. I didn't watch Gotham because I knew how it ended. There wasn't anything they were going to tell me that I didn't already know. Tell me something I don't know.
Well,
show me something
you weren't expecting Alfred to become Batman at the end.
Yeah, show me something I can't use. What has that Ministry song go? A TV2. Tell me something I don't know. Show me something I can't use. Connect goddamn dots.
There is plenty of stuff that I've been happy about. I've been happy about all the Superman promotion. You can't walk in a Walmart and find where I live any Superman merch. It's like sold out here, which is ridiculous.
And if you do find it, you're probably, when you go to check out, it's probably registered locked for June 1st.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Because
I got all my shit.
All I want is a crypto plushie. Damn it! I want a crypto plushie.
Oh, I'm sure you'll have ample opportunity for that. They got those little chompers. I'm not like, I have a few Funko Pops. I'm not into the cutesy stuff, really. But they made these little, I guess they're called chompers. Apparently it's a thing already. I don't know what they chomp, but they've got their mouths move and they make a chomping motion and sound, apparently. And they have a Crypto, a baby Kaiju, and a baby Joey. And I'm like, I might have to get that. No, like, come on, man. Like, my little dollies, I'm good with my little dollies. But
let me address this person. Y'all rooting for Anthony Mackie film bomb at the box office to keep the same negative energy with James Gunn Superman. I don't think you've ever heard any one of us here on the panel at this current moment root for any movie to fail at the box office.
Oh, the movie that I said I liked and saw twice. Okay.
Yes, I saw it twice also. I said it was a good movie. I really enjoyed the movie.
I think my take was that it was a perfectly serviceable superhero film. I could see the seams, but they weren't a distraction.
RJ, you want to come on, RJ?
Hello, Reginald. Oh,
RJ?
What's that?
Reginald?
In my head, I just hear Reginald. Okay,
Oh my God, Reginald Johnson. Move.
Reginald Bell Johnson.
Joe's thing.
Reginald Justice. Reginald. Sounds cool. You know what I mean?
Reginald.
Yes. It sounds esteemed and distinguished.
I had to stop
Yes,
watching.
I am Reginald Justice.
It's very aristocratic.
You gotta have like a T in the middle, or T Justice, or like Buford T Justice. Like, what was that? Smokey and the Bandit.
I would, some bitch.
Hey, Buford T Justice, man, that was legit, bro.
I just saw Hard Eyes recently.
Did you like it?
I liked it. It was stupid, but I liked it.
Brian, I saw an interesting stupid fact today.
What was that?
In 1979, Star Trek: The Motion Picture was the biggest box office hit of. It looked like it was going to be the biggest movie of 79 and 80, but Smokey and the Bandit 2 came out and pissed all of that away for Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Damn.
Oh, so now I got this vision of an Enterprise painted like that.
Hey, that would be kind of cool.
I've got a land speeder that looks like that's painted like the Bandit's car.
Dude, Sally Field, back when
Get out
at her most Sally Fieldist.
Yeah, Chris and I somehow Ellen Barkin came up on Perp Stream last night. And Chris and I had an Ellen Barkin moment, and then I started looking at pictures of Ellen Barkin from like 1982 to 1989. Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Sally Field back in the 70s.
Yeah, like
80s. Wow.
Yes,
I feel like it's like we have like dudes our age would have around our ages like have a thing for girls that look like that just because.
Yeah, no, it was something about
because of her. But she was just so, I don't know, man. He's like Bert, you know, Bert did some foul shit with. Anyway,
I really enjoyed the actor. What's his name from Mason Gooding from Hard Eyes?
Oh yeah.
He's a good actor, actually.
He was in what? Was he in the last two Screams or just
he was in the last two Screams? He was in
Is he coming back for the next one?
I believe so. And he was in Y2K.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, if they wanted to, they can make him a star.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, that's probably the plan.
You know, he has everything, the smile, the looks. He can act.
And he's kind of, what's his nationality?
Oh, I have no idea.
I mean, he's not white, right? See, that's what I'm saying. So it's quite like he's racially ambiguous.
Isn't
So-
he Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son?
Is he? Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he is.
I couldn't tell you what happened to Cuba Gooding Jr.
Is he still in jail?
He went to jail. See,
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
know.
say he went to jail. What?
I don't know. Was he in jail or he got arrested or something? I don't. He
I
owed
don't know. Why
taxes.
don't we look this up before we start saying something that we're
Yeah,
I know. We have to research and do fact checking here.
Yeah, he is
Like,
the
what
son
happened to LL
of.
Cool J?
I'm the type of guy. He's yeah, he is the son of. Show me the money.
Yep.
See. Yeah, that was.
But he's yeah, he's
What's he
definitely
been
going to
in
be a
after
star.
Jerry Maguire? I remember his
Radio
brother-
was radio after Jerry.
I
Was
think
radio after
was,
Jerry
yeah.
Maguire?
Yeah, radio.
Yes,
Uh,
his mother's
Oh
white.
man, he tried so hard to get like an Oscar, a Best Actor
Yeah,
Oscar.
yeah,
But
but he
that
kind of
and
went.
it's just
He went full.
yeah, it was like that's like Gary Oldman in Tiptoes.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Gary Oldman in Tiptoes?
No.
No.
But
Oh
probably-
man, don't pull that trailer up if you want to laugh hard. Gary Oldman and Matthew McConaughey are brothers, and Gary Oldman plays a little person in Tiptoes.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Anyway,
So we got some. We have box office actually doing really good this weekend with Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch. Both films are already crossed 100 million, and Lilo and Stitch has earned 111 million in its opening day worldwide box office,
Nice.
which is insane. I knew it was gonna beat Mission Impossible. I didn't think it was going to for it to be so close.
there was
I know-
at our drive-in. At our drive-in, we had a line of cars. There was a line of cars that they started lining up at like lunchtime.
Yeah.
Damn.
What time is or not what time? How many Mission Impossibles are we on? Is it 8?
8.
Yeah, this is the 8th one.
Christ. Yeah.
I've only seen 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't really recall watching one, to be honest with you.
The one's always going to be my favorite one. It just always is, just because there's no nostalgia or anything. I don't have any nostalgic connection or anything that like, oh, I remember when my dad took me to see Mission. No, none of that shit, you know.
Yeah.
But that movie just for me worked on a lot of levels and still does. And I've
Yeah.
seen them all, but nothing for me works like that one does.
Well, that first one brought a lot of people around. It came out at the right time. Like, it didn't come out around the same time GoldenEye came out.
Yeah, it was in the Brosnan era of Bond. And we didn't have Bourne yet. We didn't have Wick. There was no Matrix.
Yeah, so it was kind of like those were the only.
We
two.
had and John
Action.
Woo would just come to the United States and started making American movies with Van
Face
Damme
Off
and
and
Broken Arrow and Hard Target or even before Face Off.
yeah, some of the good old Steven Seagal flicks. Come on, who doesn't miss watching?
Oh,
Steven
dude, like
Seagal
Next
break
of
arms,
Kin.
brother?
Next of Kin. Oh wait, that was Patrick Swayze. That wasn't
Under
that's
Siege
Patrick
was
Swayze.
great.
Steven Seagal.
Under Siege.
Oh, Under
was
Siege.
pretty
You
good.
cannot beat the first Under Siege. And then what's the one Steven Seagal movie that it was one of his basic, karateka gunplay movies, and I can't remember which one it was. It was really good. But Under Siege is just a straight up good action flick, man.
Yeah. Oh, Hard Target. I think that was a good one.
Oh hell yeah, John Woo and Jean-Claude
Above the
Van
Law.
Damme.
Above the Law.
Oh, Above the Law. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Which was
There
the
was
one that had
Above the
Gina-
Law, Hard to Kill.
Gina Gershon was in it.
Out for Justice. Mark
Oh,
for
wasn't
Death.
he in what Okay, so Executive Decision with Kurt Russell and Wesley Snipes. Wasn't Steven Seagal in that too?
Oh, that sounds so familiar. See, I'll have to watch this.
Decision.
I'll have to watch this
Let me
Seagal flicks,
see.
man.
I look it up.
Kurt Russell, Haley Berry, John Leguizamo, Oliver Platt, Steven Seagal, Joe Morton, David Suchet,
David Suchet.
Suchet.
Suchet. You would know
Suchet.
David Suchet. He's the evil hunter in Harry and the Hendersons, and he always plays either a smarmy bad guy like that, or you know David Suchet if you saw him.
So I was watching the
Mamba.
I was watching the
Seagal kind of like came in the third act, and like it was one of those things where I don't even know if they advertised that he was in the movie until the weekend it opened, but you just kind of
I know Suchet. I recognize him, Suchet.
Yeah, David Suchet.
He played a lot of movies.
Yeah, he played Hercule Poirot in all the like the PBS movies. Oh shit, yeah. And Oppenheimer. He was Edward Teller in the original Oppenheimer TV movie.
Oh,
yeah, he was always in the. You'll always see him on PBS.
I just watched Fat Man and Little Boy. With
I love that movie.
Oh, dude, that's fantastic.
Paul Newman and
Dwight Schultz.
Dwight Schultz, John Cusack, Laura Dern. Who else, man?
The wife from Die Hard. What's her name?
Bonnie Bedelia.
Yeah,
Bonnie Bedelia.
Yeah. Dude,
you know what?
Oh,
it's amazing to me that
John C. Reilly.
Cusack. John C. Reilly was in it too. What's amazing to me is that.
No, it's John C. Reilly.
That Matt Damon played the same character in Oppenheimer that Paul Newman played in Fat Man and Little Boy.
Yes.
It's just crazy.
Oh no! And then I watched Oppenheimer, and I'm like, wow, damn, that was good stuff. I really enjoyed that. No, I watched Electric Boogaloo. It's the documentary about
the Cannon, bro. About
Cannon films.
Golden Globus.
Oh gosh, dude.
Bobby Boucher.
Talk about some of the most like insane stuff you'll ever think of. Like, but dude, back in the 80s, they were where it was at, man. Like, they had the two Chucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Brother Bear.
Did you know that they made Missing in Action 2 was the first Missing in Action movie they made? But because Rambo was such a massive hit, they made another Missing in Action movie and made that the first one.
Yeah, they
and made the original movie.
Made
the original movie. They shot the sequel and called it a prequel.
No, dude, I think
it's crazy.
Chuck Norris, man, Charles Bronson. But later days they had Van Damme. And that's like where all the good Van Damme movies were, man.
Yeah. All right, I got a scoop.
All right.
Oh,
I got a scoop. Breaking news. Zack Snyder is back at DC.
Fuck's sakes! What? Why for all?
You just hanging out with Jim? Oh, whoa! Hold up.
What was on that?
Don't worry about that.
Oh my!
Oh my! I pulled a max. All right.
That's not hard.
We got Jim Lee hanging out with Zack Snyder. Does this mean Zack Snyder's coming back to the DCU? Coming back to Warner Brothers? Are we starting that rumor here, guys? Are we starting that here?
Put it to bed.
I don't have any part of that. I don't want no part of it.
I don't care. I don't care. I want to be as far away from it as humanly possible. Looks like two friends outside under a tent.
No. This is an official meeting at Warner Brothers. This is outside in the back studios.
Like freaking state fair or a wine tasting or some shit.
Wine tasting? Nah.
Or the catering tent.
No, they're signing a contract behind them. There's a table there. There's pens, papers. It's not just a turkey, all right?
Man, you're worse than the host of this channel.
But I don't know. I think it means something. He's hanging out with Jim Lee. Just saying.
Oh, good God. It's just a turkey, dude. Let it go.
Nope, not doing it.
Just a turkey.
Just a turkey
Because it is
With a
the
stack-
holiday.
with
With
a
it in a
stack
tent.
of books behind it.
That is an official Warner Brothers tent on a lot. They're filming a movie. Damn it.
Wasn't he supposed to be working on like his Army of the Dead comics or some shit?
Army of the Dead is a dead.
Yes, Dad.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And it sounds like Rebel Moon
Yeah, I was
is
reading
as
about that.
well.
Yeah.
He has one movie left to deliver for Netflix. That's the Dirty California Cop movie.
Then he starts working on 300 series for Warner Brothers.
No, then he starts working on the as yet the movie that he's making for UFC and the perpetrators of 9/11. I mean the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He's
Oh, that UFC movie.
yeah, it doesn't have a distributor. It's for sale at Cannes right now.
Yeah, I think it's being shopped around and no one's wanting to pick it up.
That's a Cannes is more than just a film festival. It's also a film marketplace where movies that need financing
Yep.
are packaged and go there and attempt to find a producer or a distributor or both. You go there to sell movies that basically how Cannes used to operate. I don't know how it does now, if they still allow this, but you could just go there with, I have a movie about this and it's called this, and Al Pacino is going to be in it, and you can have a poster and everything. No, Al Pacino, you've never talked to Al Pacino before. Nobody's agreed to be in your movie, but you've got a poster with him on it. And everybody starts throwing you money because you've got an actor of note in your movie that you're trying to sell. That's how it was. It was a wonderful, wonderful time for money launderers, man.
That's what that was how Canon fell apart, is because they did that.
Yeah,
Ray has a quick
too
question.
much.
Didn't they give 150 million for the whole Rebel Moon trilogy budget? Wouldn't that mean that number 3 is still in the slate still? Yes. There's still one more movie in the Rebel Moons franchise I think he's obligated to do.
But he only has one more movie to deliver for Netflix, and it is the cop movie.
So would that mean that Rebel Moon 3 is not being made?
Probably.
I would say that's probably a pretty good bet.
One of the
Yeah.
screenwriters said it's probably not going to happen.
Oh, well, Kurt Johnstad? Yeah, he said that they had like 8 of them mapped out, and he's not been given the green light to start writing the third one.
Yeah.
Damn. I did want to see the end of that trilogy.
I would be down to see this Alexander the Great gay romance 300 he's been talking about doing forever. Yeah, no, it was what was it, a sequel to it was a 300 related story. Then he got the rights back to it from Warner Brothers, and he was going to make it not a 300 story, but now that he's talking to them about a 300 TV show, it looks like that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's about Alexander the Great's one true love, who was also the general of his armies.
Oh, so it's what's his face from Alexander, the
Yeah.
Jared Leto character.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this really sucks. It's like the second time Zach's not allowed to finish his vision for something.
The reality is that if you go to Netflix,
he'd probably finish them.
but you put all your entire lot in with Netflix, you can't expect them to follow through with anything.
Yeah.
It happened to David Ayer too with Bright. It's happened to countless filmmakers that made a movie that was the first in a series or was meant to build a franchise, and they go nowhere, and they go nowhere fast. If Netflix can't see an instant return on things that, how are you supposed to see an instant return on a movie that's on a streaming service that the reality is most of the people that are subscribed to it aren't subscribed to it for Zack Snyder movies?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't purposefully go out and subscribe to Netflix because of it.
Again, not a knock. I'm just being real. I like his movies. I always have to preface or somehow get that in there. I like dude's movies. The only one I don't own is the owl cartoon.
Hello from the lake from Mad Max. Oh no, Degrassi is here.
Oh no! 10 hours of The Price is Right losing horn for Degrassi.
Breaking news!
I just wanted to play that. I haven't played that in so long.
It was like, what? We got breaking news? Oh, Jesus.
No, but like I was saying, I'm starting the rumor before Max can do it. Zack Snyder's back at DC. He's working on a new project with Jim Lee.
Jesus.
Don't do
Heard
it
it here first.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna
win for
fact check
Jim
you.
Lee.
I'm gonna fact check you.
Hey, whoa.
Fact
This is
check.
MME. This is not Kingdom of Nerds. We do not fact check here.
Fact check on King of Nerds either. What the hell?
What are you talking about? I fact check all the time over there.
How many times do I have to say, if you're reporting on speculation, there are no facts?
Hey. My reputation is at stake.
Oh, good
I
Lord.
have to make sure everything is verified.
The masses, the millions and millions of people that are trying to listen to Bruce
Anthony, I do have every issue of Jim Lee's run. Thank you very much. Max doesn't like facts. They prove him wrong.
That's not
But I don't know. This picture is going to go a long way. It really is. It's going to get some traction.
Sure.
Yeah, I already see.
They both have. So they both have children who are equestrians, right?
Oh, that
Yes.
seems like at a tent. They'd be at a horse event. Yeah, that seems about right.
I really hate doing that kind of shit, man. I feel like a Penn and Teller, like I've just ruined someone's fucking magic trick when I'm like, that movie's going to get made because they have a thing called the completion bond, and they took insurance out on that movie, so it doesn't matter how much money it makes because it's already been paid for because they took out a completion bond and they get to write it off. And what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Superman's already made $600 million in licensing and merchandising alone.
Wait, that's impossible. Superman's gonna bomb.
The movie could still bomb, but it still made $500 million in licensing and merchandising.
That's insane that it made that much, and it's still.
That's just like it's
crap.
literally the most licensed movie in the history of movie licensing. That's no joke. There will be articles written about it.
Well, it's like that Warner Brothers store you used to be able to go to at the mall. You guys remember the mall?
The fucking right.
I was
The
in
Warner
mall.
Brothers, dude. Those Warner Brothers stores ruled, Brian, at Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg,
They were
Illinois.
the fucking best, dude.
It had the biggest fucking Warner Brothers store and the biggest Disney stores in the world at that mall.
Yeah, and you
I
walk in
remember-
and it's like Superman hitting you right in the face.
And when
Yes,
everybody had was it Tweety Bird freaking merch back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Everybody had a Tweety Bird goddamn shirt in the 90s.
Yeah, it was Tweety Birds and dude, the Roadrunner and Tasmanian
And
Devil.
they've
You walk
toyed.
in there, it's like nothing but Warner Brothers cartoons. And dude, like I said, Batman and Superman. And at the time, Batman the Animated Series was huge.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It was like,
Yeah.
dude, freaking Harley Quinn shit everywhere. Like, yeah, dude.
What do you
Good time to be
why do you
alive,
think
man.
they built the Warner Brothers studio stores in malls? Because of Batman. Batman sold those stores to mall developers and landowners all over America and North America.
All the movies and all the freaking animated series, especially in the early to mid 90s, man. Jesus, man.
What I loved about the Warner Brothers studio stores is the artwork that you could buy, animation cells, and then they would have like super expensive lithographs and stuff of their character. It was just the best, man. And we'll get there again. They'll get there again. It's the ebb and flow.
Yeah, I mean, I do miss going to the Disney store, same thing. But that was just Disney stuff back then. I mean, it's not like now where they own everything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys are anywhere near any Gaylord properties, but like Opryland here it's Gaylord Opryland. They have giant hotels and theme parks and stuff. Well, all their properties this summer are it's the summer of DC at all of their properties. They have a huge water park here, and they've converted all their stuff. All their stuff's DC branded. All their little rides are DC branded. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Yeah, we don't have anything cool like that out here.
So, while I was researching this earlier, to see where they were, I came across some comments. We're back. JLL 2 and 3 are coming. James Gunn is going to be fired. Jim Lee's going to hire Zach instead of Gunn. Even though Jim Lee doesn't fire executives at Warner Brothers, but I just let people think that to themselves.
What is the difference does it make?
I don't know.
God damn.
So we'll get a video later tonight from Max. Zack Snyder is back at Warner Brothers.
All right. Yeah, well, this isn't breaking news. We all knew he was coming back for the 300 thing. Yeah. I'm sure like Max, I don't know. I don't care. I don't
Those two dudes have like 40 kids between them.
Well, that they got history.
Jim Lee has a lot of kids.
Yeah, yeah, he does, and I don't think they're stopping anytime soon. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, they have kids that are in their 30s and shit, and they're still cranking them out. It's insane.
Christian Science is for you. But yeah, anywho, no, but they also have history and the fact that they've made content together.
Yeah.
Like, they did a run of comic books there for a hot minute.
I would love to see Zach continue his story in comics. Give him Elseworlds or a.
I can tell you that they tried, and they tried, and they tried.
They made a fan one based off the other stuff.
And
involved.
I don't know what the holdup. There was art generated. I hate to say the word generated now in a post generative AI world, but there was art made, produced, like for.
They got that far?
Pitch decks and to sell it to the studio, to sell it to publishing, to sell it to Diamond and Penguin and whoever, and just stars didn't align. They did it for Batman. They're still doing it for Batman 89, Superman 78.
Yeah.
There was no reason that they wouldn't do it for this in the past or future. So but I think finding out what happened and I think it's, I can't even, anyway. I can't even entertain just for my own sanity.
Yeah.
This is two old collaborators meeting up at a personal event and
Sharing a beer and having a good time.
you're getting a picture taken, and one of them is still on Twitter and posted it.
I'm not.
The other one isn't.
Right. I'm not gonna. I don't. Like I said, I agree with you, Degrassi. I do not want to speculate anything. I don't want to give.
Yeah, I can't. But I know that they're at a. I know that they're there to watch their kids ride horses. I can tell you that.
That's not the story we're going with, damn it.
I'm sorry. I just came in and showed everybody the magic trick. This is how you do it.
I'm still going to clip it out and use it later on as a short, damn it.
Like I said, it looked like they're at a charity auction.
I could just see the opening of Mac's video. Did you guys see this? This is really happening.
It was like when I forget who gave. It was at AFI. Somebody gave Kevin Feige an award, and Jeff Johns presented it to him.
Oh wow!
And then they proceeded to tell the story of how we've been working. We've known each other since the late 80s, mid 80s, when we started working for Richard Donner together. And heads fucking exploded all over the world. No, we're cool. We're gonna go share a seafood tower
Seafood
at the Chateau Marmont. We're gonna go share just like LA bullshit. We're gonna go to Nobu and have the sashimi and talk about shit you wouldn't think we would talk about.
We also got this. I know there's some people that hating on Pedro Pascal. People think he's in way too many projects. Blah 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 blah.
He is. Continue.
Apparently, David Tennant wanted the role as Reed Richards, and he says that unfortunately they decided it looks like they've gone in a different direction. Although if it has to be someone else, I'm very happy for it to be Pedro Pascal. I would have preferred David Tennant as Reed Richards myself.
Looking at it now, yeah, absolutely. I didn't even know
they don't want to. This Reed Richards is going to make Joel Miller look like the patron saint of letting people live. There's such a massive swerve coming that I don't think anybody is ready for.
What, for Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, stop, because there might be another movie I watched this year. I know I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else.
All right, cool.
But if you have to pick who of two characters that Pedro Pascal has played currently, recently, which one would be responsible for more dead people? It ain't Joel Miller.
That's probably Reed Richards.
Reed Richards, of course. One of his tests blows up the world and sends them spiraling into another dimension.
Did you ever read Heroes Reborn and Heroes Reborn: The Return?
I read The Return. That's one of the stories that Marvel.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Brucifer?
Yes, I think I am.
And it still doesn't make me feel any better.
You shouldn't, buddy. You shouldn't. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, it'll be fine. I think the movie. I don't want to say I have high hopes for it, but I have no doubt. I have no doubt it'll be a fine film. I think if growing up in a comic shop and having the constant tribalism between DC and Marvel, when I do the DCU in, MCU out, that's all I'm doing is the playful comic book counter bullshit that you can't do anymore. But I do think the reality is one of these film franchises it feels fresh and new and on the upswing, and one of these film franchises doesn't feel so fresh and new and a bit desperate, feels a bit desperate, and they're willing to try anything, which is exciting. So you see what I'm saying? Even though we've
I
seen
get
DC
exactly. I'm putting
Yeah.
down what you're laying down here.
yeah,
And yeah, so no,
I just
you're right. I feel like a lot of what they're doing now is kind of like they're swinging for the fences.
and that's a good thing. That's a good
It
thing.
is. It is. But what's your batting average look like after that?
No, I know. Like I like Deadpool. I like Deadpool Wolverine, but
I liked it. It wasn't a good movie.
No, it wasn't a particularly good movie, but I did enjoy it in the way I enjoy a movie like Ice Pirates, or
I do love
Well-
Ice Pirates.
yes, I do too, or like Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone in 3D, like that kind of enjoyment, where it's just I kind of just turn off and tune in and drop out.
Good old campy fun. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, just big
Schlock.
stupid fun.
Oh man, I miss schlock.
I don't want to have to. What was the movie that I just watched that like I'm like, holy shit, I have to actually. Well, I mean, I guess the best example is Andor. Andor is not television for people who can't detach from their phones, because there's so much happens. I'm going to give an example. If you've watched Andor. So she's working with Dude, and Dude says, I'm not going to give you any more money unless I get something else out of it. And then Luthen finds out, and then he just tells Clea to handle it. And Dude gets on a thing, and they take him away, and that's it. Everything's implied. He gets on a little ship and flies away, and you never see him again. They don't draw you the picture and give you a diagram and lay it all out in front of you. This is going to happen, and this and this and this. It just happens. And if you're not fucking paying attention, you're going to come back later and be, what happened to that Tay guy? What happened to that guy? Where'd he go? You have to, some shit you just, that there was intent in that show to make people pay attention to what the fuck was going on. And we don't have enough of that anymore.
Andor is probably one of the best television shows in a very, very long time.
Yeah, if you blink, you're gonna miss something that's gonna be important later. You know?
Yeah, it's true. I enjoyed the hell out of Andor.
There was one thing where there was something that was that it was a interaction between two characters, and it was like, well, is that what that meant? And I'm like, that's not. If you didn't get that from that interaction, then why are you even watching this show? I know that sounds gatekeepery, but God damn, pay attention.
You know, it's like
Pay
going to a baseball
attention.
game. Bring a glove and pay attention, or you're gonna get hit in the face with a foul ball. That's
Yeah,
a fact, Jack. Especially if you go to a AAA game, because you're closer to the action.
and go to a ballpark that still has bleachers.
Oh, I just want to go to a ballpark and get
jeez.
that experience. You know how long it's been since I've had a hot dog and a beer at a ballpark, dude? Oh, I want it so bad.
You're gonna need like $50 just for the hot dog.
It's been like I was at a ballpark last. I was at a ballpark last. I was at Wrigley last August, but it wasn't for baseball. So,
Yeah, see, I want to go to a AAA game.
Pearl Jam concert?
you betcha. Two Pearl Jam concerts.
Nice.
See, that's cool. No, I want to go check out we got a AAA team here in Reno. Like they're an affiliate of the Diamondbacks. I'd love to go watch a game. They got Thirsty Thursdays. They got like $2 beers on Thursday nights. And
And sometimes you need to check when they have like the all you can eat and drink nights for like $20. It's like literally all you can eat and drink, because then we have the Nashville Sounds here, and I think they're twins. Minnesota Twins.
I've
farm
seen the
team.
Nashville Sounds a few times. I used to go watch Sacramento River Cats games all the time.
And Wamba, Bruce, what did you think of the first look of Galactus for the movie? Looks fine. I'll wait for the full movie.
It's kind of nice. I don't know if it's a fart cloud, but I mean, just a big gray cloud.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to Fantastic Four also, besides Superman. I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
fan. I'm a Pedro Pascal fan. He could do no wrong in my eyes. That's just me.
He can just stop getting cast and everything.
Stop. Well, if they had better actors for the roles, he wouldn't get cast and everything.
David Tennant, right there. I would have preferred David Tennant.
I think to be honest, Pedro is a better actor than David Tennant.
Oh God.
But I'm biased, though. Pearl Jam is
Biased.
like somebody. Blue Sky Post. I prefer Nine Inch Nails Soundgarden, but to each his own.
I'm going to see Nine Inch Nails in September, October. I hope to hear some new Tron Ares music.
Yeah,
Right back.
I've never really been a fan of Nine Inch Nails. I mean, I did like the Lost Highway soundtrack. What was it? Perfect Drug. That was a good song.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought the soundtrack just for that song and from Smashing Pumpkins. But I got surprised because it had some Rammstein on there. And it also had some Marilyn Manson covers, which were really good. He did a cover of I'll Put a Spell on You. Pretty damn good. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Did he do that Sweet Dreams cover for a movie?
Not that I'm aware of, but that was one of the first songs I learned how to play on my guitar.
I had some friends that just saw him recently, and they said that they don't know what happened, but
yeah, I mean, I heard he could still put on.
It was a. That's what I'm saying is that like they've seen him from the beginning, and then in subsequent years he kind of fell off a bit live, but that recently, the last couple shows they've seen him play, they've been spectacular.
Yeah,
so.
See, I don't know. It'd be something to see. I mean, I really wasn't that huge a fan of Marilyn Manson, but I recognized the Alice Cooperness of it all. Like, I guess.
Totally. My thing with Pearl Jam is I started going to see them when I was in college when they just broke.
Who doesn't love Pearl Jam, dude? Come on.
And so what happened, Brian, is I just kept going to see them every time they came to Chicago, St. Louis.
Yeah.
Anywhere, Indianapolis, anywhere like that, we would go. And then I moved down here. So if they play in Louisville or Lexington or Memphis or Atlanta or here in Nashville, anywhere around here, I'll go. So what happens is you start, becoming part of a community of people who go to all the shows that you go to.
Yeah.
And then and that's what it is. I'm not going to these shows by myself. I'm going with like between 20 and 50 other people that I'm going to be meeting and seeing over the course of the couple days, the weekend, wherever we're traveling to, however that is, and one of these people happens to be my best friend from grade school, and we were roommates later on in life and stuff. And so it's just a big fucking party, man. It's like the Grateful Dead, but it's like stoner pop rock. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. And so like we've built this.
Well, it's like you said, it's like the Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead's stoner folk music.
Yeah. So we all get together and we all meet up. And if somebody lives where they're playing, there'll be a big party. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And this has been going on. So they've been together for 35 years, 34 years now. And
wow.
So this has been going on since the early 2000s.
Damn.
It's pretty fucking crazy. Like people have passed away and people have gotten together and built families. Couples have split up and started new families, and everybody's still one great big happy fucking hippie doodle family.
That's cool.
And we're all over the place. My buddy was here from Glasgow. They played 10 shows from the last week of April through the first week or two of May, and he went to 8 of them.
Damn!
Wow.
And now he's back home in Glasgow, recovering from COVID.
Shit.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's the other thing you got to reasonably expect if you follow a band around in today's world is that you're going to get COVID.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be
Yeah.
a bunch fuck ton of people.
Did you guys see that they finished filming Voltron?
They finished filming Voltron weeks ago. I'm wondering if what this producer is saying by wrapped is that the movie is literally done. Now it's just a matter of like, how do we make it watchable and how do we get people to want to watch it?
We have the numbers for Friday. Lilo and Stitch, 55 million. Mission Impossible, 24.8. Final Destination, 5.5. Sinners, Strong, 2.4. Thunderbolts, 2.4. Last Rodeo, and Friendship.
Damn.
It's going to be a nice box office for Hollywood. We have some really good movies. We got what?
Well, AMC is doing the Half Price Wednesdays, and Regal is going to have I don't know how it's breaking down, but they're going to be dollar movies at Regal's.
Oh, jeez.
I miss going to the dollar theater. Oh man.
I've never had a dollar theater to go to.
So yeah, what's happening is this how do we increase volume? And the only way to do that really is to bring prices down. And even if it's not a new movie, if you could pay $1 to go to the movies and see,
That's
I don't
literally
know.
how I saw every Jim Carrey movie in the 90s.
Well, yeah, like it's not going to be a new movie. It's going to be a movie that you could probably watch at home.
I saw The Mask at the dollar theater. I saw freaking Liar Liar at the dollar theater.
Yeah, movies that are working their way out of the theater. You know, the
Birdcage Walk,
runs
man.
are ending. I would have never. Here's a kicker. I would have never seen Cabin Boy if it weren't for a dollar theater.
I love that movie.
Because that movie when it came out, it wasn't playing anywhere near us. But then out of the blue, it just shows up. Yeah. Oh yeah, it just showed up at the dollar theater in town, and we're like, "Holy shit, we have to go!" Yeah, we have to go. We got to go see Cabin Boy.
Chalky.
So I feel like I feel like I have like bragging rights because I saw Cabin Boy in the theater.
I saw Major Payne at the dollar theater. My brother saw Jury Duty in the next theater over at the same time. Oh, dude, that's how we saw In the Army Now. Damn, dude, fucking Son-in-Law. All the good Pauly Shore flicks. Dollar theater.
Do you remember the last time I was on a stream with Brian and excuse me, I just took a giant hit.
Nice.
And I said,
I gotta go.
I don't care.
In a minute. I'll be back.
I said, I don't care who plays Cyclops. It can be fucking Pauly Shore for all I care. And you're like, yeah.
Like, yeah, Pauly Shore. Let's go, dude. No,
I've got like 150 AI generated pictures of Pauly Shore as Cyclops.
Dude, one of my
Give me one.
One of my favorite movies.
I'm tweaking them.
Was Son-in-Law. Like
classic movie, man. Just movie. Super classic.
That's amazing. I mean, yeah, Encino Man, that one's all right. It gave us.
But those kind of movies now that like they're gonna go straight to Tubi. Those are like Tubi originals.
I know.
And Tubi's the only.
That was theater fare, like Airheads. Those are all like go to the theaters and watch them. You know.
But that's when a lot of people didn't. We didn't have the internet. All we had was TV, radio. If you were lucky, you had maybe a skating rink, and I'm talking about flyover country and shit. I'm not talking about
those Lorne Michaels comedies, like that were SNL adjacent or whatever.
Oh yeah, they're never like what was the last Saturday Night Live character movie you saw?
Oh God,
Night at the Roxbury.
Jeez, I don't even.
MacGruber?
I don't even know if I've seen that one all the way through.
MacGruber.
But I recently was doing some stuff related to Coneheads and
Coneheads.
Yes, all those movies are coming to 4K that we just
wow.
mentioned. So watching that movie now, 30 years later, 30 plus years later, it seems like it's from a different fucking planet, like literally,
Basically.
because yeah, it's just weird to me that
Well, a lot of
was
those
that it's
movies are
real.
they're of the time.
Yeah, but see, that's what's weird. It's better now than it was then, Brian. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, wow.
Is that it somehow seems more, dare I say, relevant? And
Well, that's
I
true.
think,
Because
I think you know what I'm talking about.
I believe I do. The
Okay,
taxi company
and
created where they all had to wear.
hey, here's your name. Your name, Donald R. DeChico. Say your name. What's your name? Donald R. DeChico. Adam Sandler sells him the fake ID. No, here's your name. Your name's Donald R. DeChico.
Chris
Anyway,
Farley was in that one. I loved it.
just everybody was in that movie. But now, Phil Tippett did the alien monster puppetry.
Nice.
Yeah, like the ILM, like Ken Ralston and John Knoll and all those guys did the visual effects, special effects.
I still
And,
love watching Light and Magic. It's my favorite
fucking
documentary.
Phil Hartman, like, come on, man.
Dude, anything with Phil Hartman back in, dude, seriously.
Oh, Phil Hartman.
Yes, I'm
Phil
going
Hartman
to
was-
watch House Guest. Is
I
that the
loved-
one he made with Sinbad? Was it House Guest?
Sinbad. What happened to Sinbad?
He got really sick, but I think he's going to be in this new A Different World show.
Oh, really? I was looking forward to that. A Different World. It's like the kids of the original cast or whatever.
It's Dwayne and Whitley's daughter goes to Hillman.
That show was so forward thinking for its time.
Thanks, Mr. Cosby. Hey, if you ever see if you're ever out flipping through record crates and you see the 12-inch LP from 1972, I think, Bill Cosby talks to kids about drugs.
Oh, jeez.
Get it?
Damn.
I got to meet Bill Cosby when I was
Really? How was that?
10, 11. Do you remember Picture Pages on Captain Kangaroo? He had a segment on Captain Kangaroo. Picture pages, lots of fun with picture pages, lots of fun with crayons and with pencils. I can't believe I remember that fucking song. Anyway, my brothers love.
God, I used to watch.
Well, I did too. And it was like Bill Cosby drawing stuff, and he had this fucking pen that was like a character, and it made funny noises and shit when he was drawing it. So it was a event at the Chicago Public Library for Picture Pages. So we all got pens and got to meet Mr. Cosby.
Mr. Cosby. God, he was such a hero to so many people.
Hey man, the Griot is a cable satellite. I believe there's an over-the-air component too on the antenna, but it's called the Griot. It's one of Byron Allen's channels, and they show stuff. It's just black sitcoms, basically. It's black judge shows and black sitcoms. So, they do like 4 hours.
Eddie, that was a great show.
Malcolm and Eddie. They do 2 4-hour blocks of the Cosby Show.
I didn't think the Cosby Show was still airing anywhere. Actually,
yeah, it's on the Griot and it's on another station. I DVR them.
It's on like freaking Nick at Night still, isn't it? Like,
no, it got pulled.
I didn't think so.
Well, I'll be back in a few, man. I'm gonna go grab a bite and talk to.
oh, dude, the UPN and the WB were where it was at with the comedies and stuff.
Yeah,
I know. I remember the Wayans brothers had some good comedies there.
the Wayans brothers was funny. Brothers?
Yeah, the Wayans brothers was a
Wayans
show
Brothers.
that was pretty good, and then I liked My Wife and Kids with David Wayans.
My Wife and Kids was an amazing show, actually. It lasted for quite a few seasons.
You gotta mute yourself.
Corny corn corn.
I got it.
What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say, dude, we can still hear you.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. I didn't want you saying anything inappropriate or making some sounds over there.
I used to like that. What was that show with JB Smoove in it or whatever? I like that show too. That was a good one. I remember
There's
watching
so many shows.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Oh, that was
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Oh my
with
God.
Mark Curry. That was a great show. There's that one with LL Cool J where he played like he owned a gym or whatever. That was a good show.
I don't think I watched that one.
That was on like NBC or whatever, I think. I remember, speaking of Phil Hartman, News Radio was one of my favorite just sitcoms of that time. Had Joe Rogan in it.
Joe Rogan was in it?
Hell yeah, he was.
Oh, God.
It had the dude from In the House. Yes, that was the one with LL Cool J. I used to watch the show all the time.
In the House. There was so many great shows in the 90s that they wouldn't be able to make now.
Well, there was that one show, Just Shoot Me. I used to watch that show. That was pretty good. And then with that Suddenly Susan, it had Brooke Shields and some other people, and that was a good show. This is like off shows from like different nights on NBC. Thursday night was the night with all the good shows, so like Seinfeld, and that was must see.
You have Rewind TV? Yeah, I have antennas hooked up to all of my TVs to watch whatever, just because.
Oh, dude, I used to love.
And,
oh hell yeah, Suddenly Susan.
Suddenly Susan, Just Shoot Me, Caroline in the City.
Caroline in the City. I love that show.
Caroline
Love
and the
that show.
City.
What was it? Leah Thompson was in that show.
Yep. So do you know who originally played Joe Rogan's character in News Radio and was fired before the first episode aired?
Who?
Oh,
Ray Romano.
Oh wow.
really?
Man, everybody loves Raymond. Damn, that show went on for days. But yeah, dude, News Radio, that show was crazy ahead of their time.
And News Radio is another one that's on there too, and I still watch it because it's just a good fucking show.
What's his name? David from Kids
Dave Foley.
Dave Foley, thank you. I absolutely love him and like everything.
Dave Foley, Andy Dick, Mara Tierney, Phil Hartman, Joe Rogan, and I forget who the smarmy redhead, not Kathy Griffith lady was.
Yeah, Kathy Griffith was in that show too, wasn't she?
She was on Suddenly Susan.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Oh no, wait.
Oh no.
No, she was on Just Shoot Me. Wait,
yeah,
I don't know. Each one of those shows had a saucy redhead secretary.
Yes. No, the saucy redhead secretary and Just Shoot Me was David Spade. No, it was like the drunk old model and Just Shoot Me. What was her name? Wendy something?
Wendy Malick.
Yes. She was awesome in that show. I like that one. No, I think she was Suddenly Susan was Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
Oh dang. Oh, and Andy Dick was in that show too.
Yeah, Andy Dick was in News Radio.
Yeah, we're showing our age, Kings.
How is Joe Rogan gonna live in Texas now that THC is illegal?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's insane. First they do away with corn, and now you can't TCH is illegal now.
Yeah, no weed in Texas.
No weed in Texas.
I guess.
And you got the king of weed, Joe Rogan, living in Texas, doing his show and operating his comedy club in Austin. I'd be running a sting at that. If I was the Austin PD, I'd be running a sting at that comedy club. Thursday through Sunday, 2 shows a night, folks. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Is this thing on?
Woo! Yeah, I got pulled over this morning. That was fun.
What'd you get pulled over for?
Well, my
Well, you don't have to say.
my tags were 3 years old.
What? What are you doing?
Rolling the dice. I guess.
That's what we're calling it now.
Not renewing his tags, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not in jail.
No, and they didn't take the car either, which is nice. Because they have every right to.
How many tickets did they write you?
I didn't get a ticket, nothing, dude. I was just
Really?
I just went. He took my plates, and I went to work. My car's still sitting at work, but you know, it's all right. At least
Damn.
it's still in my possession.
Yeah. But
It's all good. I'll use my brother as an Uber tomorrow. We're gonna be fine. But yeah, I didn't really have much news this week. I didn't really engage in much nerd talk this week, so or just
Yeah.
nerd stuff in general.
it was actually a quiet week for news, rumors, and everything. It's like the calm before the storm. You know,
Yeah,
blah
we gotta
blah.
catch up.
Batman's
Well, 'cause we're
Batman's
getting ready. 'Cause,
recording.
like next month, we got what do we have coming out in June?
We have Jurassic, whatever it is, Superman, and then Fantastic Four. Well, not June, July.
There's
July.
there's nothing
It's in
for
June,
June's
actually.
pretty much
Oh wow, June.
June's pretty
June?
much wiped out.
Oh shit.
Let's
Yeah.
see, June schedule. What we got here? Ballerina,
Yeah. Okay.
Life of Chuck, The Ritual, a lot of Netflix show movies.
Man, Life of Chuck is like a spring fall movie. And
How to
Doesn't
Train Your
feel right.
Dragon.
doesn't feel right in June to me, but that's just me, man. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, but it's one of the movies that would probably be better fresh in Academy Award winning award voters.
28 years later.
Awards. Ooh, that's a good one for June.
Yeah. Ilio, new animated movie from Disney Pixar.
Go see 28 years later, because even though the sequel's ready to go and done and is in
Megan
the
2.0.
post, they still don't have money to make the third one. So these first two 28 years later movies have to do well for them to get the money to make the third one.
Oh wow. We got
I'm sure they
F1
will. I
and
mean,
we
they
got
got so
Megan
much.
2.0.
They got nostalgia on that shit right there. I mean,
The new Benicio del Toro movie.
Oh, is that what Wes Anderson's new one?
Yeah, I think so.
hell yeah.
It's like this summer is like this a ton of good movies to watch. You know, there's something for everyone.
But
Yeah, it
July,
feels like a summer that I haven't had this kind of feeling for in a long time, actually, as far as going to the movies. I try. I really do. I tried real hard last summer, but this summer might be the one.
well, here's hoping. I'm probably gonna at least see 2 movies this summer. So,
Which ones?
Superman and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you hardly go to the theaters anymore.
I didn't. The last movie I saw was Deadpool and Wolverine. So, yeah, I don't go to the theater very often. I keep trying to tell people it's expensive. It's kind of far. Okay, it's like, yeah, it's a long drive when you got bad tags. Okay, so I kind of avoided going to the theaters because it was far. Like the. I'm closer to the California border. Like right now, I think I'm closer to California than I am to the theater in town.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's a weird layout in this area. But I only like going to the IMAX, and I have to make a day out of it. So,
Yeah.
You live that far away from something, you got to make a day out of it. Like go check something else out afterwards. They got outlet stores there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the only thing I hate about it. The nearest IMAX is 50 miles away.
Yeah, that's how it was when where I lived in Northern California. The closest one was the one in Sacramento, and that was an hour away.
Yeah, I lived in New York
That's
City.
going to change. That's going to change. It's insane the amount of money that's getting spent by national and regional chains to put IMAX certified screens and projectors in every theater.
Well, in Grass Valley, they don't have the room.
Grass Valley Greg, what's up, Grass Valley Greg? All these goats are retarded.
Hey man, that's my hometown, bro. But no,
the
theater there is from. Oh, okay, gotcha. The theater is literally from the Gold Rush. Like they converted it over to 3D, I think, like a few years ago, and that was like the cutting edge of technology for that. I think the other theater was like a converted bank, so it's a really tiny, like with one screen. Yeah, so theater situation in my town sucked. I had to drive to Auburn, which is about a half hour away. Hey, what's up, RJ? What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys?
I don't know. I'm tired. Sorry with the low energy tonight, folks. It's just the Saturdays are usually.
Oh, you're good. Reginald!
What's up, Reginald? How you doing?
Sorry, I'm doing good. I'm just chilling. Got done watching some Saturday Night Main Event.
Nice. I just think calling you
Reginald. Was that what that was? I saw Cena for a minute. I didn't know what I was seeing.
Yeah, they brought back WWE this year, or actually last year. I think they're bringing back Saturday Night Main Event with the deal with NBC. So every few months they do another Saturday Night Main Event with Jesse Ventura as a guest commentator.
That's when I knew. I felt when I was a teenager. I forget when that show was on. When it would take over, like one Saturday a month from SNL during the school year. Mm-hmm. And I remember one night I didn't come home to watch it with my dad, and he's like, "My boy's growing up." He didn't come home to watch wrestling with his old man.
Yeah, what was that show? It was a Saturday Night Main Event. Yeah,
it was Saturday. It was Saturday night's Main Event. Yeah.
See, yeah, they used to have a talk show back in the day too. Was it Tuesday Night Titans or something like that?
I'm gonna try and see Lilo and Stitch tomorrow, I think, and then I'll probably see Mission Impossible either that evening or I'll go for Memorial Day.
Yeah, I don't have a car right now, so I'm gonna be probably not watching anything until it comes out.
Yeah, I feel you with that. That's probably a pain in the butt.
Definitely. But yeah, no, nothing much happened this week though, right? Like
take a nap before you go see Mission Impossible, RJ.
I'll be wide awake. I'm seeing it in IMAX. I'm sure I'll be okay.
I thought that too, but man, I fell asleep watching.
I saw it in Dolby, and I wasn't.
Well, I'm also going to be in very uncomfortable seats, so it'll probably keep me awake too.
Oh, jeez.
It won't be like the leather reclining seats. It'll be like normal stadium seats. So my ass will probably hurt after like the first hour.
Hey, Brian, you want to finish this stream with some flick chart?
Sure.
Oh,
would you guys care to play flick chart as well?
Sure, I'm always down.
All right. Sorry. See, look at that. I'm sorry. This Max, if you're still watching, we apologize. This is kind of a very low energy show.
Where is he? Did you retire?
I blame Brian for this.
He's out at the lake, man. I'm jealous. I'd rather be out at the lake too. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like fun, actually. Going out and watching the sunset and dude, stop it.
Yeah, he's working.
Anywho.
Let's see. Let's get this. All right, let's go.
Yeah, there really wasn't any movie. It's been a slow news week, huh?
Yeah,
there was the Doomsday delay. That was probably the biggest news.
Yeah, but I think that was going to come sooner or later, no matter what.
Doomsday News.
All right, so we got Born Ultimatum or Jumanji.
Which one is that one? That's the
Second one, I think.
second one, the third one.
I don't know. They all blend together after a while.
There's a funny part on Clerks 3 where Matt Damon comes out and he's like, "Hey, it's me, Loki from Dogma," and they're like, "No, not Tom Hiddleston, Loki." Well, it's really funny though, is because he played Loki in.
I still haven't seen Clerks 3.
You gotta watch it, man.
Where's it streaming, actually?
I don't know.
Dante Hicks will return in Dogma 2.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Really? Dude, that's amazing. No, it made me cry a lot. But no, anyways, I will do Jumanji. I did not know that was directed by Joe Johnson until just now, just recently.
No. I'm gonna do Jumanji also. I care less about the Bourne movies, actually.
Yeah, they never did anything for me.
Don't watch it. It's not that great.
I remember really liking the third one, though. The third one was pretty good from what I remember. So I'll go with that one.
And I love me some Matt Damon.
Especially Team America.
Team America was hilarious. So we're picking Jumanji, right?
I think it would.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Aladdin or Aliens?
Oh, geez. Wow. Okay.
What?
Two
What is
completely
this?
different movies, but
So what are we deciding here? What's the
Aladdin and Aliens.
I guess which one you like the most out of the
which one
two?
you like
oh
the
man.
most?
Jesus Christ, aliens.
Yeah, Aliens. There's no competition with this one, actually, for me.
I was 9 years old when that movie came out. Aladdin. It was pretty crazy at that time, especially being a kid around that time, because they had Super Nintendo game was awesome. Yeah, the first Aladdin movie was pretty damn cool. I'm going to go with Aladdin.
This is tough because I think objectively I would say Aliens is the better movie, but like I have more memories of Aladdin.
Well, it was a cultural moment, man, especially when I was
Well,
a kid.
especially when you're a kid, yeah. So I'll go with Aladdin, but like I don't know.
Chat, what do you want? Aliens or Aladdin?
Everybody
Yeah,
should stop. Everybody should stop being objective about shit they like.
No, because it's true though. The SNES game was hard as hell.
It was hard.
I love that fucking game. The movie was cool, but I was on acid when I saw it, so that explains a lot.
Dude, that's been amazing.
I guess we're going with Aliens for King.
Yeah,
That's why I
Aliens.
like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Saw that on acid. Wow.
That has the most accurate visual representation of an LSD trip that I've ever seen on film.
It was there. I agree.
Ooh, Spider-Man 2 and Ice Age. Spider-Man 2. There's no.
Pick an Ice Age.
Oh.
Well, I will say this. This is a fun fact. Ice Age was the very first movie I ever saw. I was taken to it when I was a baby. So I
There
would have
you
been
go.
3 years old.
Oh, wow.
So that was the very first movie I ever saw, Ice Age.
See, that's good.
So it's got like some sentimentality a little bit, you know.
Yeah, no, and I think Spider-Man 2
That's how I feel about Jaws, RJ.
That was the first movie you ever saw, Jaws.
Damn.
First one I remember seeing. Yeah.
The first movie I remember seeing was Cujo.
Oh yeah, couldn't do it.
Yeah, because I remember very
Cujo.
Went to a double feature.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
Went to a double feature.
the first movie.
And
The first movie I ever saw in theaters was Ice Age. The second movie I ever saw in theaters was Finding Nemo.
Batman Returns was the first movie I saw in theaters.
Wow.
But I do remember seeing the remastered
You're old
version
now.
of
Jeez.
Peter Pan in the late 80s. But yeah, that's what I remember. I'm gonna go with Ice Age. I did not like Spider-Man 2. I thought it was stupid.
Degrassi, which one you going with?
Oh, Spider-Man 2.
Okay. So chat again. Spidey wins. Mama Bear and Cal both says Spidey.
That's it right there.
That's easy.
Start with mushrooms, dude. You'll be fine.
Terminator 2 or Departed?
I've never seen The
Like
Departed.
this
so-
is
yeah, I've
this
never
is
seen The Departed,
crazy
so I'd have
tough.
to
This
Terminator.
is crazy tough.
By default, I have to go with Terminator because I've never seen Departed.
Are
Yeah.
you a cop? Are you a cop? Are you a cop?
Yeah, cop.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Terminator 2 changed movies. Yeah, I'm going with Terminator 2.
Yeah, I gotta go with Terminator 2.
Yeah, I can't see. I'm not being objective about either one of these movies because I love them both.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Whoa, man, this is a Sophie's choice if there ever was one.
All right, T2 for the win.
Hold on, RJ. Do you know what Sophie's choice is?
I think I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what's it not working?
But yeah, so I T2.
Ooh, Alien and Batman.
Jesus Christ. Again?
Well, everybody knows I'm not a fan of those Batman movies, so it's Alien for me.
Really? You don't like the first Batman? Oh my
No, I did not like those movies at all. Any of them.
Okay. I remember the Diet Coke commercial that came on before.
I did. And I'm like, you know how I am, man.
Okay, I'm gonna say the Prince soundtrack.
The
Alone,
soundtrack was cool. I'll give it that.
was just 10 times worth it. Dude, the VHS cassette. Okay, it had a Diet Coke commercial just for the taste of it, Diet Coke. Okay, and then it had that Warner Brothers commercial that Crazy Joe talks about all the time, where it's like you can't watch this movie without a Warner Brothers ball cap. You know what I mean, dude? I remember that like it was yesterday. That VHS is ingrained in my heart. I wish I had it. Max, if you're listening, find me the VHS of Batman 1989.
Who's Max?
I don't know. Some guy that runs this channel. But anywho, yes, it is Batman 89 all the way. Party Man, Bat Dance. Let's go, dude. Party Man was one of my favorite songs. Party Man.
RJ.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our mind.
Oh, it's the best part of the whole movie.
Lawrence?
Dude.
I mean, Batman's cool. I think there's been better Batman movies though. Alien, I mean, like it really invented like a whole genre of like science fiction horror. So, and I just think Alien overall is just a better made movie. It's very well executed, very simple premise, but it's executed really well. It's still really tense and scary in some parts.
Damn, another tie. What's all these ties? So go with the chat. Batman, Alien. Batman wins.
That's right.
Boo.
Kim Basinger, man. Come on.
Hot Fuzz or the day after tomorrow?
Hot Fuzz.
Easy. Hot Fuzz.
This one's hard for me.
What?
This
The
one's
day after
very-
tomorrow was an amazing film.
I
Jeez.
actually just purchased that movie on Amazon. I love The Day After Tomorrow. Dennis Quaid, Jake Gyllenhaal. Let's go, dude. I fucking love that movie. Dude, when it first came out, I was like, man, that weather's not going to happen. Never. And then I was like, fine, did some little research. I'm like, damn, that actually could happen. Yeah, I know, dude. Day After Tomorrow, fucking amazing. It's one of my favorite disaster films of all time. Probably next to 2012. Roland Emmerich kicking ass in that movie. But Hot Fuzz, fucking the greater good. Like, come on, dude. I could still quote that movie to this day. Detective Angle. I'm a
I do love
slasher
Hot Fuzz,
of
but
prices.
Day After Tomorrow was my film, especially when
I love
the freaking
though.
Lower Manhattan gets flooded and everybody in that bus. Oh my god, so scary because I lived there for so long, walking the streets and thinking
Yeah,
about
see?
the ocean flooding the city is just insane.
And it wouldn't take very much either. Like,
Uh,
but yeah, dude, I'm telling you, both of them are just they're so good. Like,
I literally want to watch Day After Tomorrow now. Damn it!
yeah, I'm probably gonna throw it on after this.
All right, so that's what 2 for Hot Fuzz, 1 for Day After Tomorrow. RJ,
Hot Fuzz.
boo. Hot Fuzz. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or The Usual Suspects.
Oh, come on.
I haven't seen how to.
Yeah,
Lose a Man.
I'll go with Usual Suspects. Come on.
Yep. Can't confuse the art with the artist. I'm going with The Usual Suspects.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with The Usual Suspects. I did not watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Kaiser Sose, man.
I could write that book myself.
I've seen all the McConaughey rom-coms. It's sad he doesn't do them anymore.
RJ, you said Usual Suspects.
Yes.
All right, that was an easy choice, everyone.
Even with Bryan Singer, super easy choice.
What the hell is Mono and the Fate?
Mono, it's the most famous Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie ever, is what it is.
It's like supposedly the worst movie ever made.
Yeah, it's the one that, like, when people use, if you're going to use an example of Mystery Science Theater 3000 to show people, it's the Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Yeah, they tore that movie a new one. It's a cornball science fiction movie from the 60s.
However, my good friends at Synapse Films did a killer Blu-ray for it.
There you go.
Fully restored.
I'm gonna have to go with Wayne's World for the main reason it brought back.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, it brought back Queen back. It brought Queen back to the forefront, and this is right after Freddie Mercury passed away. So yeah, kudos.
Yeah.
Wayne's World. The first one, the movie was epic. Like the Ed O'Neill stuff. It's like, why is it when you kill a man in the dead of winter, it's considered murder?
If you're gonna spew into this.
Oh, yeah.
And he pulls out a little restroom Dixie cup. Oh, that still fucking cracks me up.
Oh, and then Tia Carrera. I mean, come on now.
Wayne's World 2 hits. I believe the Wayne's World 2 4K ships this week or next.
Oh wow. RJ, did you say
It's not. Paramount did Wayne's World 4K. Shout. No, Kino Lorber. Kino Classics is doing the Wayne's World 2.
RJ?
I'd say Wayne's World.
All right. Wayne's World.
Party.
Cars and War of the Worlds.
Man, Cars?
War of the Worlds.
I did
War
not
of the
like War of
Worlds.
the Worlds.
I've only seen War of the Worlds once. That's because I'll go to a funny story. Okay, real quick. So I would have been 6 years old at the time. Grandparents were babysitting us. Grandma and Grandpa really wanted to go see War of the Worlds, so we got dragged to go see it with them. The scene where the Martians invade Earth and they just vaporize people traumatized the hell out of me to the point I was in tears. So Grandma was like, "Okay, let's get little RJ out of the theater.
Let's get Reginald. Let's get little Reginald home."
No. Here's what actually happened though. So this is back when you could sneak into movies. So my grandma was like, "Okay, let's go sneak you into a different movie that you
You
probably
theater hops.
enjoy better." So guess what movie I got snuck into?
What?
Batman Begins.
Oh, there you go.
What?
And do you know what scene I walked in on?
That was it.
Scarecrow, or was it the demon bat?
It was the Scarecrow interrogation scene with Carmine Falcone.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
I just had a bad day that day.
I was gonna say, what's worse?
But I actually ended
No,
up
that-
enjoying
that-
that. I actually ended up enjoying Batman Begins more. So
Those that scene with the when the Martians are zapping people and they're just turning into clouds of dust and their clothes are like, just kind of wafting down to the ground.
Mhm.
I know there was a lot of evocative 9/11 imagery after September 11, but nothing for me up to that point had quite captured what that might have looked and felt like than Spielberg and War of the Worlds. And I think he knew exactly what he was doing when he did it. Because I feel like Spielberg has eras, and
yeah. Well, I was
War
gonna
of
say
the Worlds was like a
was-
signifier of it. Was Munich? Munich was after War of the Worlds. So
yeah.
after War of the Worlds, he was like an exposed nerve, it seemed like to me, and he was able to say shit that he hadn't said in a long time or had never said before.
Well, also the sound design of that movie too, like when you hear the Martians, like their audio design is like terrifying, like with the sirens and stuff. Like it's creepy.
Oh, ILM did good work on that one.
So we got Waterworlds, Aladdin, and Batman and Robin.
It's Aladdin.
Oh,
Come on, it's Aladdin.
Batman and Robin, easy.
Batman and Robin, dude.
Hell no, we're going with Aladdin.
Kill the hero.
Aladdin over Batman and Robin.
Kill the heroes.
No,
Come on.
That was so bad.
There's a
Batman
freeze
and Robin
coming.
killed
Oh,
comic
come
book
on.
movies for like 10 years.
The one-liners, dude. The one-liners.
It
Oh.
doesn't change the fact that it killed these movies for like 10 years.
That's just in your opinion,
The
man.
quality of the
It
street is
didn't
over-
though. I mean, they still tried to keep making them.
They tried.
True.
They never stopped. They never stopped developing one Batman project after another. It's just one. It only took Begins was 05. So it only took 8 years, and they ran through how many different Wolfgang Peterson, Darren Aronofsky, who else?
Yeah.
Countless pitches. Bojack and Batman Beyond.
Now, I will say though, to be fair towards this movie, it does have some two things. One, I think the best stuff in the movie is the stuff with Alfred with Michael Gow, because that actually there's some good emotional stuff there, like him dying and like Bruce having to reconcile with the fact that he might lose his father figure in Alfred. That stuff's kind of good in the movie. And I guess if you view it as like an episode of the 60s TV show, it's not that bad because it's trying to pay homage to it. It's just really,
I guess
it's super cheesy. It's like super
it missed the
cornball.
mark so hard.
It's
Okay.
super cornball.
Dude, the last suits that they all three of them wore. Okay, Batgirl with Alicia Silverstone. Dude, she was incredibly I want to use the word hot, but I guess it means two things. She
Still
was,
is.
yeah, right. Oh my god, time has been
Calm
very
down,
kind to
calm
Alicia
down.
Silverstone. I'm just saying, time has been very kind to Alicia Silverstone.
Friday nights is the Gooner show. Come on.
Okay, anywho, but no, dude, Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, dude. We got the Nightwing costume, which was cool. Yeah, dude, I absolutely love Batman and Robin. The soundtrack was amazing. Minus the R. Kelly song. Yeah.
Was there an R. Kelly song on the soundtrack?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
It was
funny.
called Gotham City.
Oh God.
Gotham City, be careful.
Oh, yeah.
I might piss on you.
Yep. That was it. Gotham City. But no, it had the Smashing
What's up
Pumpkins.
with Batman attracting rappers? Because remember when P. Diddy dressed up as Heath Ledger's Joker that one Halloween?
True. But no,
No, I don't know anything about that. I don't remember shit.
No, I just know that they ruined Kashmir from freaking Led Zeppelin in the what was it? The Godzilla soundtrack. Oh God. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the rest of it. Bane. Oh, dude. Bane. I loved it. Loved it.
So Aladdin for the win.
All right, fine.
Indiana
I guess Robin Williams will have his day in the sun.
Jones and the Temple of Doom, or Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Come on, it's Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom, man.
Temple of Doom is a great movie. I think it's also personally, I think it's criminally underrated and underappreciated.
Everybody hates on it, dude. And that's
It's
dude,
criminally derided. People give that movie shit, and they have no idea.
And it's like it's probably one of my it's probably my favorite one next to Last Crusade. Like,
well, yeah,
it's hands down my favorite one.
It's the black
be.
sheep. It's the black sheep of the original trilogy, but I appreciate it even more now because it was trying to do stuff differently. Like there were no Nazis. Like it was actually trying it's like a really dark, weird movie, you know?
Yeah, and that's what they were going for, and I'd say the mission accomplished.
Yeah, and quintessentially 80s too. Just everything about that movie screams the excesses of blockbuster 80s filmmaking, and it's every penny of it's on the screen, and just how the effect that it had on people that summer was from parents to their children, and how it was kind of divisive too in a way between the generations. At least how I remember it, you know. It wasn't the movie let's just say it wasn't the movie my dad was expecting, but based on the original. But it was the movie I was hoping for based on the original.
Yeah, so it was great. For the win.
Do they really have to do all that shit with the snakes and the bugs and the eating the monkey brains? Did they really have to do all that?
No, probably not.
Yes, Dad, they did. I like the melting faces at the end of the last one, but the eating the monkey brains was a bridge too far for me.
Okay.
All right, last one. Return of the Jedi or Mars Attacks?
Okay. Funny story about Mars Attacks. So it came out like 2 weeks after Star Trek First Contact.
Sure did.
I had tickets to go see Star Trek First Contact, but the theater was leaking. So they were like, "Oh, would you like a refund or would you like to go see Mars Attacks?" I was like, well, let's watch Mars Attacks. So that's how I watched Mars Attacks. The Tom Jones stuff is probably the funniest shit in it.
It is the funniest thing ever.
I love that movie.
This is not disparaging it. Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie, hands down. Sorry, and I love Star Wars, so that is my pick, Return of the Jedi. But it's not to slight Mars Attacks. Okay.
No, I can't. I'm not going to slight Return of the Jedi by picking Mars Attacks. It's just if I had to watch them, these were the only two movies left on Earth, and I had to pick one to watch, it would be Mars Attacks.
And I am going to go with Degrassi on this one. I'd rather watch Mars Attacks over and over again than watch Return of the Jedi.
Oh my gosh, Return of the Jedi is like,
for me. I don't hate Mars. Mars Attacks is a very weird movie, obviously, but it's also, I don't know, that movie. I have to revisit it because it's just some of them just like. But what was I gonna do? But for me, it's Return of the Jedi because even though I think Return of the Jedi has some flaws for sure, to me it has the greatest third act of like any movie ever. Like the last hour of that movie is perfection. Like it's the culmination of that story. It's so well done. I mean, again, the third act of that movie is what makes that movie. The other stuff, you know, people can complain about the Jabba's Palace opening or the stuff on Endor, but like to me, it doesn't matter. It's all about like that last hour.
Yeah, it's right when the Ewoks get up, like you think everything's everything's lost, okay, and then the Ewoks pop up and then start attacking the freaking Imperials. that right there is just quintessential Star Wars. Just give it to me in an IV. The battle of the second Death Star. I mean, yeah, it was very derivative of the first one, but damn, the special effects were so much better in the Return of the Jedi because they had shit down pat then. Like, oh man, no, dude. And then after watching Light and Magic, knowing that like there's shoes and pieces of gum, like in the background of all those shots, like that's pretty damn cool. But yeah, no, I said no. Mars Attacks though, like that is a star-studded cast. Like
It's such a good cast.
even for
Such a good cast.
1996, like Glenn Close and Sarah Jessica Parker, Danny DeVito, like Matthew Broderick. Like, oh come on. They're both great movies, but like I said, it's just for Return of the Jedi, it means that much to me.
So based on the chat, Return of the Jedi, Mars Attacks, Return of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi wins. All right, Ocean's 11 or Meet the Fockers? Meet the
Neither.
Fockers for me.
Neither. They both sucked.
Ocean's 11 for sure.
Was good, but not Meet the Fockers.
Well, I'd probably go with Oceans.
Yeah, gun to my
Ocean's
head.
11
Ocean's 11
wins, and that was the last one because
that last one would be too.
And what's hilarious is both of those movies are getting legacy sequels as we speak.
that's ridiculous.
God, I hope not.
Back to the Future, really?
No, the two before that, not
Shit. Scare me like that. That means Robert Zemeckis.
Meet the Fockers and what was the other one? Meet the Fockers and
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both getting new sequels.
Oh, who cares? That's stupid. Ben Stiller's broke, I imagine.
No, he's making money as a producer. He has Severance.
Smart ass.
Oh yeah, he's far from broke, but don't let anybody tell you there aren't any CGI visual effects in Severance because they're liars.
Yeah, I don't have Apple TV. I couldn't watch it.
So anytime you ever hear a producer or a director, even an actor say, "Oh yeah, there's no CGI in this," they're lying through their teeth.
Sounds good.
CGI is so ubiquitous that you may be watching a scene of two characters in a car, and they may very well actually be driving that vehicle in that location, but the windshield glass is computer generated.
Oh,
bitches!
That's how ubiquitous visual effects are.
So with that, thank you everyone for hanging around for the last 2 hours. Max will be back.
Maybe.
Eventually.
Max was probably clenching up real hard, thinking I was going to break something, but I didn't.
For someone that was watching a movie, he's been posting on X for the last hour. So screw you, Max. Screw you. I hope it continues. He commented on that Jim Lee Snyder picture.
Oh, what did he comment?
Yes, I hope both of their children do well in their equestrian activities.
That's right.
So with that, have a good night. Please like the video. And Max will be back tomorrow night or Tuesday for the Power Hour. Have a good night, everyone.